Hello, this is zwlemon, and today I am coming with another league match versus bobbydj18. I'm gonna do this while I'm setting up my stuff. I'm gonna tell him that I should be ready now. So, um, yeah, basically, I got introduced into the world of competitive Dominion by playing bobbydj18, and I think it was the 2022 Shuffle IT tournament. So that was a bit ago. He beat me 4-0 then. Ever since then, I've run into him on ladder a few times, from which he beat me some more. I did get a win in, but at some point. But yeah, he's a very good player. I would say he's like a veteran player. He's been around a while. He's been around a while, and he's a tough opponent. I'm not expecting this to be an easy match. I wonder. Oh, it's. Oh, looks like yeah, it looks like he just got ready. So now we're gonna start. So Bobby's gonna go first here. This looks to me like Roto. Okay, what is our village here? We don't have a village. We have our draw is like we have Scholar's draw. There's Groom. There's Jeweled Egg, but no trashing. There is Skulk. I don't know. It just seems to me like I want. I don't know. Blockade Grota looks like a fine open here. Blockade Grota looks fine. Oh. I think. I wonder. Okay. So he opens Blockade. You're gonna. I'm gonna open Blockade as well. Am I recording? I am recording. Cool. Let's close this. Alright, so yeah, the Blockade Grotto open's gonna be pretty self-evident. I think this is just set aside all this stuff, Grotto. It could. I guess Bobby has to decide if he wants to do everything. If he gets a Grotto this turn, maybe I just set aside everything? Or is he going to put aside another Blockade? He does do a Blockade. That does, in some sense, make things kind of nice. For me. And if he does Blockade a Grotto, maybe it just set aside all of this for now. They get a Groom. So what do you rush here if you get Groom? Maybe you get Estates in your deck and put it aside with Grottos? I guess that's the idea. From our perspective, we gotta figure out... Do we just... Our blockade's basically gonna be coming in next turn. So... It's guaranteed. But you can set aside... What I'm sort of trying to decide here is essentially... What is, What I... It's not in card. Yeah, I mean, getting a second Grotto here sounds fine. That's probably going to be what we want to do here. They're going to put the Groom in their hand. So... Alright, where are they going to Groom? I mean, is it a Grotto here? Double silver. That's not terrible. I don't hate it. So what did they buy? They banished 2 estates. Okay. Part of me... Okay, so I have a couple options here on what I can do. I don't really like banish here, or banish isn't a great option. I could basically blockade another blockade. One thing I'm not certain about... I'm certainly not entirely sure exactly how I play this. We obviously are going to play a blockade here. We can blockade a Skulk and get a gold in our decks. Doesn't seem terrible. I could blockade another blockade. This could just simply be blockade Charm. Could be blockade Skulk. Let's try blockade Charm here, I think. Let's set aside our... I think what we're gonna... Our ultimate plan here is set aside a bunch of stuff for Grotto as much as we can. Maybe we get a big banishment at some point. But, yeah, let's... Would there be any reason for anything else? I think I like blockade here. I think I like setting aside our blockade here. And then we'll probably just take a charm here. Okay, so we see both our blockades. Less than ideal. Alright, well, we have a choice here. I don't like what I'm about to do here, but I'm just going to go for it. If I will take the... No, we don't do that. The reason we don't do that is because we can banish all those estates down there. And we will still be okay. We're still going to be okay. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. We'll be fine. Because we'll banish all those estates. We'll banish all 3 estates. And... Yes. And then we'll just advise here. We can't do that on a Grotto turn anyways. They will be able to set aside more of the Grotto. But... Oh, I screwed this up, didn't I? Oh, I should have got 3 coppers. I did 3 coppers and a Grotto there. For what it's worth, this game was already not going my way, but it is what it is at this point. I think well, we could still see the Grotto because it discards first, so we may not be that cooked. They're going to probably try to silver flood their deck, which isn't terrible. Oh, they're going to get more banishes in. Alright. It's okay. Diluted. Does that do anything? Probably not. Well, this is going to probably just have to be pretty simple here. And then we'll take a silver. Alright. Oh, this went from like 1 to 5 specs. Oh, cool. Does taking Skulk make more sense here? Okay, they're gonna get a silver. They're gonna be getting more off their banish, okay? I could essentially set aside a Grotto and go for big Grotto turns. I have 2 options here. First option is we set aside these 2 coppers. Or I guess it's more of the blockade. With the blockade, we can get a Grotto in hand next turn, or we can sort of set aside a Skulk. Between those 2 options, you have a silver blockade for next turn. So it may be ideal just to try to get Grotto turns going. Oh, but this here, I can't get a silver here because that's part of the problem. We can't really grab a silver. I think I'm just set aside this. We won't take a silver here. I think we'll just set aside all these. Well, we'll take another. Well, sorry. Okay, so one thing we could do is we could set aside 1 copper, blockade a Skulk. No, we blockade a Grotto, get a Skulk. I think I might like that a little better. Sorry. There isn't... Yeah. This still could go pretty wrong, all things considered. But we're going to take 1 more Skulk here. Yeah, maybe that should have been a Skulk. It's, like, weird. So if, like, Grotto bottom decks, then, like, taking the Grotto there is just the better play. But it looks like they're going to kind of get an advantage on silver flooding. You could already grab a province to get an enclave. I guess that's not the worst thing in the world. We're just gonna play this a little weird here. Alright. Eventually we're just gonna try to get a huge Grotto thing going, but it may not work here. This certainly could not work going for Grottos, especially when I banished a bunch of stuff. Next turn, we are gonna see... Here, we're gonna take a Grotto here. And I don't think I want anything... Well... It won't particularly matter. I think I just don't take anything and end buys here. So we'll be able to set aside some Skulks here at least. We do have a Grotto coming in. They're gonna province here. They should province. Unless I guess they have enough of a lead that it doesn't really affect them that much. Okay. Well, let's put 3 coppers aside. 1 Skulk. Okay, that's actually pretty bad, so that's good. We'll take a province here. And we are just going to kind of live up. We're going to live and die by Grotto here. Could they get a gold? Alright. They get another... We could take abundance because we do like getting... I don't know. Actually, this isn't too bad. We have... How many Grottos coming in? We have 1 Grotto down there. We won't... It won't exactly be trivial, the order of all this. But... Here, we're just going to kind of flood it in with Skulks. Kind of being like... The idea here... I think we do this first. We do this next. Alright. Let's just do... This is fine. We could probably take in a... Next turn we could take in an abundance. We clearly do want to prov... It also could just be a silver. We do have a charm down there, so I don't hate that. Yeah, we kind of just need the green here. Maybe you have to throw in a state now. Yeah, maybe you have to put in a state in your deck. Yeah, you get another province. Okay, well... I could set aside another Grotto, but that's like kind of a bit overkill, maybe. And also, right now, I could just take Province. The blockade has to be better here. It could be an abundance coming in and being... Well, no. I don't... The abundance here could be like a sleeper agent of sorts. We activate it when we need to. Well, actually, you know what might be better? I think a Groom might be better. We blockade a Groom here. Take a Province. That doesn't look terrible to me. And then what else? Yeah, that's exact. Okay, that's exactly enough money for one province. And then we blockade this for a Groom. Yeah, this is probably what we're going to have to do. Alright, we're going to end buys. They get a duchy. If we can hit province here, that would be very good. Alright. Does the estate even make sense here? It could. I'd rather not see a Groom. For me, I would just rather not see a Groom in a whatchamacallit, Grotto. I don't hate this. I think, and I don't want to set aside. I may have to set aside a Grotto. I'm not a fan of it. We do choose to do the estate effect with Groom. Okay, that's not bad. Do we take the extra card for Grotto? We have 4 Grottos in total. Our question's going to become, do we take the extra card here? We could also give them a Hex. That's not trivial. Maybe towards the end of the game. I don't want to keep a Grotto out of the shuffle is the thing. I am going to set this aside then. Well, this could be game losing here. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's just take a... I think we take a prov here. Yeah, we can't really afford to keep this out of the shuffle. I think this is going to be another province here. It's kind of going to be like a pray we see... We're certainly going to definitely pray we see a Grotto here, which... We have a... I don't know, it's a 4... I don't want to do the odds. It's like 4 of 19, and... It's not incredibly high, I'll say. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to get a win here. Alright. I'm going to give you GG. I think the... Can I not put GG? Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah, it's kind of weird. It's just the layout of this right now. Okay. So, I think if you had just not gone for province instead of just doing enclave, like maybe one enclave's okay. Maybe one enclave's okay, but like realistically, if you had just like pressured me on green a little bit more, like that just bought me some time there. So, yeah, that was... I think that was one of the big things that put me ahead there. Let's see, it seemed... I mean... Let's see, it should be fine. Well, I'm also going to give BRB, because I kind of do need to do something real quick. My apologies, guys, I'm back. Alright, so what do we got here? We got change. We have Salvager. We have Ferryman for, we have changed Salvager. We have Ferryman here for Urchin, which could eventually become a, this could have, it could eventually become something. Do I like, so my two options here, looking just right off the bat, I could change this estate to a Haunted Woods, possibly bury the Haunted Woods next turn. Well, no, we can't change the estate because we take the dead on it, so that shouldn't work, actually. It'd be nice if everything worked out like that. I think the real plan here would be we could bury it. We could continue a Salvager, bury a Salvager, and that's not the worst play in the world. Yeah, because that should be 5 this turn. I'll have 4 next hand. It doesn't look really... Nothing even here looks remotely as close as good as an open. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're just going to bury the Salvager next turn. I might have done something with change here. I might have been tempted to do something more change if that was the case. Okay, so I'm actually gonna do a cavalry. LL. That didn't work. But yeah, looks like some of our state's bomb decked. It could be. Looks like here... Oh, I can actually do... Okay, so I actually could trash the, Okay, actually, this is not bad. This is not bad. So I can get a border guard here. And then next turn, I can trash the cavalry. I'll have 6. I won't have... Is that 7? No, that is 7. So we can do a stonemason there. Alright, so let's do a border guard here. I like border guard. Oh, looks like they didn't get an estate either. I like stonemason for Haunted Woods and Ferryman, I think. And I could continue and try... I don't know. I think this has got to be a stonemason. For sure. Gotta be this. Gotta be another ferryman. I think... Oh. It could be a Haunted Woods. I think I like the ferryman. I think I do have to like it here. So, yeah. Let's run that for now. Here, this could just be Haunted Woods, Border Guard. I'm playing slow, admittedly. We also have the chance... We could continue to put... something in play. We could continue a Border Guard, potentially. Let's see... To get an estate trash, I mean, I would do that too. I'm really tempted to go this and to continue for Border Guard. It may not be the best idea. Well, what else are we gonna do? The other options we just play Haunted Woods and get a Border Guard. I kind of like continuing here. I'm not gonna lie. I do like continuing for Border Guard. So let's do that. Let's just run it. Yeah. So if we get an Urchin here, then... Do I want a Horn? I'd probably take a Horn. Horn's not bad. And then we can get a, whatchamacallit in play next turn. I think I like the Merc here. Yeah, I don't really want to play a Stonemason. We just pay up for it. Yeah, sure, we'll put the Horn on top. You have 3 border guards, I have 2. Any terminal you don't play is going to get top decked by Hollywoods. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm pretty happy if that continue. I can't... 3... Maybe a silver here. Honestly, some payload's going to be pretty nice here. Do I trash the Salvager now? It's not going to be... If I do reach my Salvager, if I do reach... So, like, what happens... What do I do if I reach my Salvager here? Well, first off, we would like to reach... Before anything else, we do have to reach... Yeah, let's do the Stonemason. You just get rid of this copper. Now, we kind of have to choose what we want to trash here. I mean, the Salvager provides much more endgame value, I think. So I think for sure we keep that around. So it's probably going to be a State and Stonemason. Or I could also get, another not bad option might be getting a Animal Fair. But we also have very limited terminal space. So that's like the other problem. So in a State, Stonemason doesn't seem bad. And honestly, we don't even need to play anything right now. Other than that... So... Is this probably just like a silver? It's kind of a lame buy. It's kind of a lame buy, but I mean, it does do something. I mean, we're going to probably continue next turn, so I don't think it's bad. You get a Horse Cavalry. You play Cavalry a turn ago. So you are doing the thing. Okay, now you're going to get Stonemason, Ferryman, Hollywoods, possibly. And you might get 2 Ferrymen. That's also another possibility. That wouldn't be, like, the craziest... Yeah, that's fine. Especially really limited terminal space here. We want the Ferryman. Probably the Salvager. Keep the Salvager down there. So now what do we do? We could continue... how does it even continue? If we continue Cavalry, how does that even work? So, okay, what... So, once per turn, gain a non-attack card costing up to 4. Return to your action phase and play it. And this is... When you gain this, 2 cards plus Y, and if it's your buy phase, return to the action phase. So, I mean, it doesn't... I can't lie, it doesn't seem unreasonable to continue a Cavalry. I think you play the Cavalry, and you still get the draw effect. And then next turn, we'll be fine. More or less, money will be okay. And then we kind of just have to, like, build... I do think we continue Cav. I do like that idea. And then we can also Salvager it. We do need money too. I don't hate it. If it doesn't work exactly the way I thought, it should be okay. Okay. That's fine. And we can kind of just trash some of this stuff for some money later. Yeah, we can top deck this for now. What do I think of my deck? I mean, it's looking pretty alright. I think... the biggest problem here... Discard on the floor. Just get rid of this copper. You will get your... You will get it. Should be good for you. I don't the thing with it doesn't have a plan here. I don't have a plan for. I think it just becomes Hanawood's money next. Yeah, you don't have a ton of payload either. If you continue, you'll be in a lot of debt. You do have a mercenary now, so that is a big deal. I have to consider. You're gonna bury something, probably. Yeah, you're gonna bury your mercenary. So we're gonna Merc attack next turn, for sure. Okay, let's start border guard. Take a border guard here. Probably take a silver. I actually don't want this cavalry in deck, to be honest. Do I actually hold off? I could hold off here on doing anything. Like, I could trash this cavalry here with Salvager. And then I want to be playing Hanawood's money. So what I could do, we trash this out, we salvage a cavalry. We could continue another cavalry, funny enough. And then we play the mercenary. And now we can have we could have a rotating, we could basically have rotating Haunted Woods, and that would be good. So then we can basically lean into more heavily, like, Haunted Woods money stuff at the end of the day, because there is going to be only one terminal, and I think that, realistically, continuing is really mostly for, like, high tempo stuff right now. I think really doing much less than that is going to be making it much more than that is just going to make you consistently in debt, especially since payload is super weak here, and we're basically using Salvager for it. So, this is what I think the play is. I think we trash this. We don't actually put... It's actually not obvious. Well, what if we put a change in? Like, what if we try to put a change in just to deal with some of the debt? Like, and we put a Haunted Woods, and then we continue for change? How is that? Is that crazy? I think that's not terrible. Well, we can at least Haunted Woods for something. We can buy Haunted Woods, and then we can continue maybe a cavalry here. What if I continued cavalry? Instead, let's do something different. I continue cavalry, and I, like, trash with, I trash with Merc here. That's not the worst play in the world. Oh, wait, no, we can't. Okay, one problem I didn't consider... Okay, that was actually... I needed a border guard there. That was a mistake on my end. Alright. We do want the double Haunted Woods. Maybe we just buy ourselves out of debt. We get ourselves out of debt, and then, like, later... That should have been a border guard. That was not the right play at all. Because then we would have been able to play Mercenary and Haunted Woods. Yeah, okay. We'll discard a copper. That was just a blunder on my end. Might take the copper here. Or no. Either way, we are going to get it Merc attacked, so... Maybe we just keep these coppers in? It's entirely possible that's just, like, what we do. We keep these coppers in. We just kind of try to build the money. If we do it, we have to commit to it being the terminal. And it's like, we should build on money. What we need to do now is we need to build on money. We will have to continue a border guard at some point. And we just need to build up money, right? We need to build up our payload. Getting consistent Haunted Woods in. Maybe actually, no. Here, we might actually need to salvager the cavalry. We just have to own up to our mistakes here. Like, I gotta continue. Yeah, continue with the border guard was the right play. Maybe I just, like... Actually, you know what? Would it be a better play? Might just be continuing the border guard myself. No, I should just continue for border guard myself. And then I should keep putting Haunted Woods in play, I think. Alright. Alright. It's going to be really slow to build up actually money here. The only thing I'm actually... This is actually something I am scared of. I am actually scared of the money situation, I'm not going to lie. We do the start of the copper. We won't draw up everything. We actually need these coppers for how low we are on money. Like, as weird as it's gonna sound, I think I just trashed his cavalry. Do I trust his cavalry? Take a silver. Maybe it's actually trash his cavalry. Takes. Do we have enough for silver? We do have enough for silver. Maybe it's trash his cavalry. Takes silver. Continue border guard. That's not the worst play in the world. Yeah. I think we kind of have to do it here. We do need a silver pretty badly. No, this isn't going to work. This actually isn't going to work. We need something that, like, actually would bring us up in money. If I do that... We're not going to be able to pay off a lot of debt here. I think we just have to do... As weird as it sounds, I think we just take a silver and kind of try to get our... We try to get our deck working later. Or we could take another border guard. Well... There's actually no guarantee we draw the silver anyways. I think I call it good here. I think I call it good. This isn't... We need to build up money. Like, as weird as it is, we need to build up money right now. And then we need to, We need to build up money, and we need to get to the point where we're playing Haunted Woods twice. So we're going to discard the Salvager. We will discard this border guard. You can get stuck in debt forever. Here's the problem with this board. You definitely have a better deck, on the exception that I have 2 Haunted Woods and you don't. Alright. I'm trying to play with Haunted Woods when I shouldn't be here. There's a possibility of that. We're gonna have to dip the mercenary here, I think. If worse comes to worst, and we start slowly building our deck up that way. This is a weird board for sure. Alright, so you have 3. At some point, you know, we could wheel spin, and maybe I'm getting off the wheel spinning too soon. Maybe I should just wait till border guard's empty. But it's like... I think we get a Haunted Woods in play. We will spin one more time if we can, you know? Just for good time's sake. And then we start to build essentially Haunted Woods money. That's what we gotta... That's sort of what we gotta do here. Alright, give me 1 sec. I'm good. I'll dip for a bit while Bobby's thinking here. Alright. What did... Sorry, I'm back. What did Bobby do? He got an astrolabe. Okay, that makes sense. Here, I am not as... I have a silver on the deck, so I don't feel as bad about doing this. Okay, cool. I think if we border guard, we get lantern. I think if we take lantern, we guarantee that, I think if we take lantern, we'll guarantee we see a Haunted Woods here. Alright, we put it in for this exact reason. Okay. Alright, probably no Salvager. I mean, Astrolabe does make sense. We might actually need to get an Astrolabe in our deck. I mean, is our deck good enough to... Ferryman, are you gonna... Okay, now you're gonna use Salvager to get your money up. Now you have 6. That's actually a pretty good spot to be in. Whatever you have down there is going to get top decked, which is probably going to be your Mercenary, if I deck track this correctly. I think we gotta go for a gold at some point. My intuition is we have to get a gold next. To get a gold. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'll grant that. Maybe you're going Astrolabe Silver. Maybe you're doing going. Yeah, that's pretty fine play. Get a border guard here. This turn... Let's see. I think we take the silver. It would be good to trash a little bit more. And we could get an Astrolabe. We just are kind of behind here. We just kind of accept we're behind. Yeah, I think it does make sense to do this right now. So what do we have? How much money do we have in deck? We have 6. Which could be enough. We'll have 4. Next turn, we could basically... I could continue... Continue change is like... Continue change is essentially a way of paying 1 debt to get Haunted Woods in play. And the next turn... Maybe we just take maybe we just check an astrolabe. We eventually go to gold stuff. I don't even think I want to top deck it here. I think I just take an astrolabe. And we're just gonna build money. This is so pathetic, dude. We're just gonna do this. Actually, I think we might take both. We might take both border guards here. And then your deck... Okay, so now you're gonna get a province, I assume. Or you could empty... You could also empty border guards with stonemason. Haunted Woods. Now you could also empty border guard. Which, I mean... To be honest... If we're honest, this is so bad, you know? I mean, maybe I'm over terminal, but you kind of are too. And now you might take the last of the border guards. If you don't, I certainly will. Because I think that's got to be just better than, taking the last two border guards has got to be better than just getting a silver here for this deck. And then we kind of have to... I will eventually need to put my mercenary will eventually probably need to become an animal fair. I don't exactly know when. We have more money now. I don't know. I don't really feel like spending crazy amounts of money here. Okay. So you go into more debt. Okay, you're trying to get a Haunted Woods in. I see. So that's your turn. You're in 3 debt. Alright. So I think a double border guard looks pretty good just for some control down the line. Then eventually we'll take a gold, and we'll probably take a gold, and then we will probably continue here. Do you have that? So you did build your deck quicker than I did. So I still have another turn of building before I can really start scoring. You do have 3 dead as well, so that's not trivial. It's not trivial what exactly to do. I think getting a gold this turn certainly needs to be, and we should have the draw and the payload to do this. Get a gold, probably continue a cavalry, and probably play a Haunted Woods, and from there... Oh, also, the reasoning behind what I'm doing... I guess you're trashing the cavalry... I guess in a sense, like, Salvager in your deck ends up being enough to... ends up giving you the payload to continue, usually. And what the heck did you top deck? Looks pretty bad, whatever it was. Alright. We are going to take this. This last one will have a copper. Take this silver. Eventually we're going to get rid of this ferryman. Okay, we have 2 silvers on there. So if we do this, we certainly have enough. Okay, if we do this, we should have enough for certain to get gold and then play it. So that's fine by me. So that's fine. We'll eventually get rid of this. We'll get a gold. We'll continue for cavalry, and we will play our Haunted Woods. And thus we will begin our journey of actually trying to do something right now. Alright. Anything else before I fire the trigger? No, I don't think so. So that's the last of our coppers. Alright, so this is going to be a gold. This will be a gold. And we're going to continue cavalry here. Here, now we'll have 4 next turn. Wait, it didn't play. Weird. Maybe I should... If I have to continue, or just continue a salvager then. We have at least, it's okay. At least we have stuff, like, going. We have, we're gonna have the Haunted Woods cycling. Now we can kind of get rid of our, stuff to Animal Fair. The discard, you probably wouldn't want to discard a gold, I imagine, this kind of board. You do have 2 gold, and I only have 1. Maybe you just take a prop here? It's possible, but you also don't have a... You don't have a Haunted Woods in play. Oh, you get a gold? Yeah, that's reasonable. Get a cavalry. You could have bought that. You got the same... Well, I guess you get an extra action here. You will get a Haunted Woods in play. Makes sense. I would want to do that too if I were in your situation. I think I take Horn first. Now we take Lantern. I mean, I think we really want the silver. Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't mind top decking a Ferryman, so that's like not too bad for me. Yeah, we can just put the Mercenary in hand. We'll just play this for now. I think we just play the Haunted Woods. I think we just do this. I don't mind top decking that. Do we take a silver? We have 3 in deck, but we're mostly running money anyways, so they have 3 golds as compared to my silvers. So I'm not the biggest fan of that, but we can also do a turn where we continue a salvager to get rid of the Animal Fair. Let's take a... Do I want to bury anything? Yeah, let's bury a... I don't want to bury any of those. That's actually a bad idea. Yeah, no, I'm not going to undo that. We're going to take a silver. Yeah, we'll horn here. Well, we can discard it to Ferryman, so we're not, like, that bad. It's not that bad. I think my intuition is we want to play this Ferryman last. No, maybe it was like low-key a good play because I knew the Urchin was coming. The Urchin was guaranteed to come in, right? So now that would make us have to discard the Animal Fair, which means it won't get top deck during the Haunted Woods. You see, that was all planned, you know? I totally planned everything there. No, I'm just kidding. I did not plan that. That was kind of just goofing up and getting a little lucky there. Now we kind of have to be looking at pile outs because like it's kind of a weird. Our decks are in kind of weird states. You should have enough border guards and stuff to like get Haunted Woods and play all your money or whatever. Play enough of your money. 9. You just probably take a province here. Your cavalry seemed to play horses. Maybe mine didn't. I wonder where I screwed up at. What are they gonna trash? An animal fair? Yeah. That's reasonable. You got a prov here. I don't think you have a win. I don't think you do. Certainly prov. Piles are just kind of too low to really do. Border guard lantern, sure. I'll just keep drawing these border guards. We do need a Haunted Woods in our hand. Probably the silver. Okay, let's think about this. If we get cavalry, we salvage your animal fair. We don't particularly seem to have any sort of win or enough payload to really do a ton. I don't... Do I just run... If I do a province a turn, right, could continue south. If I do a province a turn, are we really in that bad a spot? I could actually change an animal fair into a province, but that's... I don't know if I want to change in my deck. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're just gonna play Haunted Woods. We're gonna keep it simple here. I am just gonna trash this cavalry for animal fair, and I'm gonna get another province. I don't particularly have a plan. Maybe I keep up and then maybe we take a double. We could keep a double. The problem, the only thing I'm worried about is, like, can you pile out? It's like a big maybe here. I more or less just did that animal fair to avoid the Haunted Woods attack. We should hit enough to, like, double. You could, if you double this turn, I'd probably just single and see what you do. But you realistically could double, but you would have a bad turn next turn, likely. Do you just have more money? You do just have more money than I do. I will say that. I'm betting. My entire deck is basically betting on. Wait. Do you have a win here? Well, I mean, if you keep greening, I can't really lower piles at all. Like, I have been eyeing this, like, Stone Base and Cavalry stuff. I just can't do it behind a prov. Change. You could. I've been thinking about it. I mean, I was thinking about that. And then, do you have any more money in deck? Alright. Do we consider here... We absolutely need the gold. We do need the gold, for sure. Take the border guard for now. We'll probably just keep taking these border guards, because then what I could do, I guess, we actually, we want the silver, I think. We want the silver here. Is there a win here? We need to, like, look into this. We mill the... Okay, so we essentially mill... We mill this animal fair, and what money do we have? We have a silver down there. It doesn't look likely, bro. I can't... So, if I did... We'd have to hit... like, to make this work... To make this pile out work, we'd basically just have to hit a lot of, It's like, you'd stonemason the Haunted Woods for double cavalry, and then what do you do from there? Like... You just kind of rely... You have to hit... You just have to hit one, basically. It's like, my plan is like, okay, what's down there? We have a province. It's like, we got some stonemasons. Like, we stonemason for cavalries, and then from there, we get stonemason from most stonemasons, but it's still sketchy. The line is still sketchy. If we saw a stonemason, you get double province. You get double duchy. Essentially, if we saw a stonemason down there, we get double duchy. We would double duchy gold. And then... We double duchy gold, and then what we have to do is we have to have enough money. You would have to... You would have to have enough money to essentially, get one more pile out on stonemasons. You'd have to hit 8. Like, after... Okay, so after we did everything, would we realistically hit 8? It doesn't seem likely. Ugh, sorry. Oh, okay, so we have 14. We have to hit a silver to make it work. We have to see a silver and a stonemason. And something else that we can, Something else we could stonemason. Look. Do we go for it? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care at this point. I think this game is just gonna be lost regardless if we don't go for it. Alright, I think... Oh. Wait, whoa. We hit... I got the money wrong. We hit 16. If I do 2... Oh, wait, no. We have to not play the gold. Wait, no. I'm so sorry. Ugh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Alright, so basically here's what we do. If we continue, if we try lower stonemasons, we hit the gold for duchies, and then we have to hit 3 more money. That doesn't look like... That's not happening, I don't think. We could do... That is just, like, not happening. If I go up on... At this point, I might just double. Look, I'm sorry. Uh, okay, look, I'm I've been thinking about this a little too long. Like, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna province, put that on top of your deck. We take a horn. We can realistically hit it from next turn. It's like, or the main problem. All right, I guess probably no salvager, no animal fair. We have multiple in our deck. So that win wasn't gonna work. Like, it'd be cool to like work out on like find a win table, but it just was not gonna work here. If you province here, am I just screwed? Likely. I think I just have to do. I am kind of screwed regardless. If you just take a province, dude, I'll be in a bad spot. Cavalry. Well, now. Okay, well, now that changes things a little bit. Wait, if you don't go for it. Okay, well, like, going for a cavalry there is not good. I don't think. Like, that sounds terrible, bro. If you don't hit province this turn, that's... I can just hit province, likely. Like, it's not too unlikely I see, Okay, you can hit province. I guess you're looking at the... Do you have the pile out? 2-4... No, you don't. Duchy... Okay, Okay, wait, so... You don't have the pile out, bro. Sorry. That's dangerous, dude. That is dangerous. Like, I mean, maybe I'm not able to hit something, but like that puts me in striking range. Okay, let's get a border guard first. Okay, if I get a right now, we're just gonna kind of draw into this deck a bit. We may not hit what we need to. If I do a silver, if I do a animal fair. Wait. If we do an animal fair, what do we have in hand? Do we have enough? It doesn't look like we have enough to really win. Let's think about this for a bit. If I just hit silver, can you triple? It doesn't look like it. Honestly, like, instead of doing something crazy, what if we just go for a province here? I don't even mind top decking the, I kind of don't really mind just top decking stuff. I mean, it could be double duchy, but I don't really... You could change a animal fair to a province, but I don't... But with taking the continue stuff, it doesn't look likely to me. I don't believe in your ability here. Well, okay, wait. If you mill the duchy... if you mill with Salvager, you get a... You mill with Salvager... Okay, so you mill with Salvager here. You change an animal fair. It's actually... I actually can't do this. I don't think... Unless you... I don't actually think you can. Because, like, you change... Or, oh, like, how many are in the trash? 3 are in the trash. I have 2. You can only change 1. But... Is that enough? Honestly, this game needs... This game will need to end, and I'm like... Okay, we're just gonna do it. At this point... I think you have a win, but I'm just... I shouldn't do this, but... You should have it here. This game ends this turn or next turn, so... Ugh. I mean, I could, like, look and see if I could have got a win there. But it looked like it was just gonna fizzle out, mostly. Alright. Do you got it? At some point, you could... I figure with 3 animal fairs in a trap. I guess you have 2. Look, if someone in the chat is saying getting the province was not optimal, you're probably right. But it is gonna end the game. So Bobby will either get a win, or I will then. You can't continue change stuff. It just costs a lot of money is the thing, and you have to buy a prov. So on top of continuing it, so Bobby can't really lower, and I can basically double. Actually, if Bobby gets a province, it's over. But like, and you can't finish. But they're probably gonna have to double. They're probably gonna do duchy dancing next. Alright. Keep in mind, well, if they do, I guess we get another chance to do maybe a win. It's just weird. This board is, like, weird. Continue as the only village is kind of rough. Here you have to go up in... I don't know. We certainly had to go up in VP there, I don't think. I think that was there. But still, Menacing Cavalry, Animal Fair, it's just going to be hard. With limited buys, too. You do have your Astrolabe. We both have 1 Astrolabe here. If you had a Salvager... The problem is you have enough money. I think you have to end on Animal Fairs and Cavalries, is what it looks like. And then you have to go up... The province... Was it a good defense? Probably. It was... It's gonna be better than anything else, really. Now it's like, I think... I'm hoping the thinking means that you're short right now. 11... If you get this last cavalry... will, which means you have to end this turn, basically. You could also do for stonemason, but you can't really lower provinces either, is the thing. This is... Bobby, if you make this, you're going to get a WP. A well played. Because you definitely did the harder thing doing a lot of continue stuff. I did the lazier thing here. Well, I certainly think that whatever you do, the win isn't trivial. I just need to hit animal fare probably and enough money to, like, survive. Cavalry, they're doing it. Can they hit it? Let's see. Okay, you need... What do you need to win? You need to hit 8 and then empty every... Alright. Do you got it? Get a province? Okay. Now can you... If you have another... Dang. So... Really depends on what you can do here. I think you're a buy short from emptying animal fairs. Okay, you should have it. Okay. Do you have... I guess you have to take double. Honestly, I'll take a tie here. I can... Let's see. Alright. It's not ideal, but I'm gonna certainly take the border guard. Oh, you want the lantern. I think we take this. Sure, we'll take horn. Alright, it's not entirely obvious to me. How much money is this? 7, 10, 17. Okay, you know what? I take the tie. I will take the tie here. Oh, I have first player. I can't take a tie. Okay. Well, here. Do we have enough to end? I don't really want to punt anymore. I just like... I think we have to take the gold. Yeah. I think we take the gold. Animal fare, we have... Is that 18? What do we have? 6. We are 1 short. No, wait. I think we can do this. I might be wrong. Oh, wait, no. This is a win! What am I thinking? This is so easy. This is like the easiest win in the world, bro. I was like thinking so hard, and this is just the easiest freaking win ever, bro. This is all this is, dude. This is all this win is. It is not even hard. You province. Okay, here's what you do, guys. You province. You continue. You stonemason. Continue this. Duchy. Duchy. Oh my gosh. I'm just don't. That was the easiest win. I was like so worried about it, bro. Like, of course you continue stonemason, dude. Oh, okay. Alright, let's do again. 2-0. I worried about that one. Okay, well. Yeah, I figured like as long as like. Am I ready? Hmm. Do we just like... okay. Let's see, what we gotta do this league. Oh wait, no. This is...
Hey, sorry to interrupt. I think if you go to new table and then click league match instead of using the league match button, it should resolve the issues you're seeing.
Okay, cool. I... Let's see. I think it's working alright. This looks alright. See what it's saying on
Oh,
Discord.
okay. Yeah, there was an issue with me being able to connect. You're all good. Sorry about that.
Alright, no, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Alright, cool. We're back. So bobbydj went first here. I mean, okay, cool. It's the same player order. So bobbydj went first on game 1. I went first game 2. So basically game 3, bobbydj is going first. So I don't have to worry that much about player order. Not that it would have mattered in the first place, but this is just better. 3-4. I obviously prefer the 4-3, but okay. Is this silver? I think it's just silver maroon. I think it's just a silver maroon. The other option is silver, like... Could be a craftsman, too. That's, like, not the worst idea. What's our draw here? Draw is gonna be menagerie. So we're gonna probably want to use that for a lot of draw. We have Faithful Hound. Do I want to just start, like... Do I prefer maroon to replace? That's the question. Replace has like a lot of... Well, I mean, replace would be the Overlord. I'd be playing an Overlord. It's. I don't think I want a Craftsman right off the bat. I think I prefer Silver, and then it's gonna be your Maroon or Overlord. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, they have to decide too what they want to do. If they want to open with Silver or Overlord, they will start with Overlord. I can't really. I don't know if I want to Maroon in my deck for like the whole time. I do think Overlord is probably more correct here. I could actually top deck a Maroon here. That's not a terrible idea. Like, okay, so they use that. So they get to pay off their debt. Yeah, I like replacing this into a Maroon. Put a Maroon on top. Just pay all this money. I think this is just a mining village. They can tell. They probably take a menagerie or something. We have a guaranteed 2 coppers down there. So if I do trash a cop, I could save this like. No, it would be 3 if I did that. So I think we want to trash this. I think I want to trash this estate and go for a mining village. It looks like. There is menagerie launch. I didn't think about that. Would I prefer menagerie for that reason? Over mining village? Maybe, actually. And would I prefer trashing the estate? The estate or copper decision is what's eating me up. I think if we have a state, we more or less can guarantee that we draw off launch. So I'm leaning more towards a state. Though that could be some replace gains later. That's like the drawback from what I'm doing. But I think I like this. And I actually think I'd rather take a menagerie on a 4 than a mining village. Let's do this. Okay, so we're going to do it here. We're going to launch, and then we're going to play menagerie. Alright. I might start getting cursed soon, but that's fine. Maybe we take another Overlord again pretty soon. I think they're just determining if they want to curse me. Okay. Okay, gold? Okay. Oh, they played a mining village. Now they might take a menagerie. Or I would recommend taking a menagerie if I was in their shoes. Okay. Now we're gonna launch here. I am gonna hold on hope that Overlord's on top. It is not on top. Do we take a replace here? I like it. I like taking replace here as opposed to taking on more debt. We probably want to keep the estate around anyways as a replace target. So I don't really hate my decision that much. It could be it could be a mining road launch situation. It could be. I think replace looks right. And then we're going to want to get golds in with mining roads. And then, yeah. I think I like replace better. Yeah. We're not necessarily married to whatever we choose. I think I like second replace. I think I like that. This... I mean, this could just be, replace top deck. Probably top deck, maybe like a mining village. Maybe take another menagerie. Oh, great. I don't even have to, launch to activate this. Are they gonna curse me? They could. I mean, I don't know how good cursing is here, though. To maybe a faithful hand? Yeah. Okay, play the menagerie first. We're not gonna trash you. We will do this. I don't hate turning, okay, so I don't actually really hate turning this copper to an estate. Being that next turn we can replace this. We can replace this estate into something we like maybe another mining village. So it doesn't look bad to me here. I don't know, let's do a mining road. And then maybe trash this copper. Trash this maybe into an estate. Estate's not bad in our deck. If we get a gold, we'll go down to 4, I think. It could just be another... We do have a, top decked up there, we do have a mining road. We do have a menagerie top deck, so that's pretty good. I think I'll just take one more mining village, yeah. Tragic draw here. Eight, taking our Overlord, right? Do maybe you curse me now? Yeah, you should. I was being cursed you. Alright. Well, we'll have to use this for launch, but that's not the end of the world. Alrighty. What can... Do I want to do another gold? It doesn't seem too bad to me. This could be a mining road. This has just become... Does this estate just become an... What does this become? This has become a mining village. It's become a menagerie. Could be all these things, really. I don't hate mining village. It's pretty safe. Eventually we might want a craftsman of some sort. But I don't mind putting a mining village on top. Again, we'll do another gold. Probably, heck, I might just do gold menagerie again or something like that. Gold, I'll do them. I do not mind menagerie being my main draw here. So... Maybe? Depending on what we see, this curse could be a faithful hound, possibly. You only have one buy, which is not the best. Okay, no, now you're gonna put in the Overlord, do the gold thing. 3, maybe they take an Armenage. Craftsman? Yeah, Craftsman's good. Okay, well, we're gonna hit here. Do I just want to start already? I know this sounds weird. Do we just start already on, just like Do we just start on the province stuff already? Is that like too greedy? It doesn't seem that bad to me. Like, I don't know. Replace is pretty good. We can also turn this curse into like a faithful hound as well. I don't know. I think the main purpose of these golds is to be replace food anyways. This could be a faithful hound as well. It's also really good at milling is the thing. That's like one thing I am concerned about. This is really early to do it. But let's see. This could become, well, okay. Let's see what's down here. Ooh. Do we just do the same things we have been doing? Like, clearly we trashed this curse. This could be Gold Overlord too. That's not a terrible play. Gold Overlord giving us some flex. Well, no, it is a bad play because we can't launch. That's what. Did this actually concern me here? And we do have a lot of stop cards in our deck. I actually am concerned. Like, no joke. So maybe it becomes. It could be Craftsman Menagerie. Ooh. Could be Craftsman. Could be Gold Craftsman here. But it just, like, there's a lot of stop cards, and I'm not... I don't know how I feel about that, man. I think I want more gold. We're more or less drawing, so... This really could still blow up in our face. But, I don't know. It's not... It could be worse. Let's be honest. This could be worse. This certainly could be worse. With launch, we have some flexibility. I mean, our decks are kind of... I don't know. I just feel like I want Replace to be my main payload. Like, it's... Like, what I'm doing right now has a really huge problem of just being, like, really finicky. Like... We'll see another 3 cards, because we'll trash this copper to maroon, we'll launch. But from there, it's, like, less than... Well, I mean, we have 3 menageries. But our entire deck lives and dies off menagerie draw. So it's not obvious to me. They're gonna get a mining road. We kind of need one ourselves. They're probably going to trash me with a estate. Or is this a Faithful Hound? Faithful Hound makes sense. Getting some draw in. What do you got? Place curse to maybe... Is this another Faithful Hound? It could be. Okay, no. To estate curse, that's fine. Another menagerie, okay. We are gonna see if we draw here. We don't, but... Welp. Time to do this. My plan has more or less just been rush down, replace stuff. We are ahead in scoring And we do have, like, the tools to get really thin here. We don't... Did I trust 3? No, I only trust 2, and I think I had 3 in my deck. You can't mess around too long here. I did deserve to kind of dud that last turn, being honest. Alright, so already it's stating curses. I do have 2 curses in my deck. It's not ideal. We should probably... we should also try to get more hounds here. Alright. They're gonna replace... They're gonna try to go pretty hard on that. Makes sense. That was sort of my idea of the crest. Get a gold. I guess you gotta score here, right? Gotta get a... maybe Province. Possibly Overlord. Province, okay. So we gotta make sure we click Menagerie first. Okay, sweet. Alright, this is... Don't worry, I have a plan. There we go. Mill to draw is the name of the game we're playing right now. You arguably... You do want to trash this curse. Part of me wonders, like, okay. Before I commit to anything, do I just really want to be, like, running down curses here? I think I used all of my, we'll trash this curse, probably. You have a real way to just end the game here. I could go down to, like, essentially 2 provinces and just make it really difficult for you to score. It's definitely possible. If I do that, because, like, if I let... My fear right now is that if I let you have a turn... My fear right now is, like, I right now have a turn, you pretty easily empty provinces. So going up 2 puts you at 6, and then I'd be at 23, and that's going to be... It's going to be pretty difficult to... Okay, if I trash... Yeah. If I trash this, I put you at at least a hard spot at minimum. I think I do it. I'm gonna make a risk here because I think you could just end next turn. So I think I kind of have to just double here. I'm not thrilled by it. Do we? I don't think we take an Overlord. Okay. This is a really good starting hand. Alright, so if you got 2 provinces, it's still... It's just like, it just feels to me like you could... Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Okay, These are getting popped, bro. Oh, that is not a good turn, bro. Makes me think that running down this puts me in a really good spot here. Okay. Well, this is GG. Alright. And we're just gonna end. Alright, 3-0 me. So... Yeah, okay. I mean, I really kind of did a little bit of a risk just, like, rushing it down so quickly, but, like, it just did not feel like there was a lot of time there. So I'm gonna be player 1 now. We have rope. I mean, 4 on the rope seems just, like, obvious. Like, could this be paddock? Not paddock. With pretty accessible trashing, playing with Curse of Gold seems like the right option here. And with a good 4-5 split, I'm pretty happy on it. We could even consider developing Curse Gold into stuff. I think I have a 4 here. I don't need to think about this, so I will take a rope. I don't think crew is... Oh, gosh. Yeah, okay, you have the 5-4. Good. I'm considering Puka. I am considering Puka here. But considering that a lot of this just comes down to hitting Journey, and, like, ropes will be trashing really a lot this game. It's not entirely obvious to me. Puka could not collide coppers. Like, it could be Puka just run down stuff. Well, the only problem with that is that's going to be kind of low on money. If Journey wasn't here, I think it'd be the right play. But I think since Journey is here, we do want to take a paddock. Okay, well, this is going to be a Journey. Alrighty. I know it's pretty early. I think we just taken more ropes here. Did you get dude, this, I'm not gonna lie, I've been getting some pretty good draws here. I think you just, okay, no. If you got 4, you probably want a Journey here. Yeah, you for sure want a Journey. Okay, you can get a rope here. Cool. I could top deck something here if I wanted, but I think what's down there. Even if I get even if I hit 3 or something, I think you still want to do this. Even if I hit 3, we can be a develop, which I don't hate. And it's better than, like, having a dud turn next turn, so I'm gonna do this. Whatever it is. Well, we're gonna probably keep going on the vicious cycle of getting cursed golds and ropes. I want to develop, but it's like I can't really afford that at the moment. Maybe an paddock? You could just top deck a rope, yeah. You kind of have to Journey here, I guess. Not a rope, yeah, it's kind of a little bit brain dead in that regard. I think we just... Do I just Journey another rope? As weird as it sounds. Like, I wanted to, like, develop this. It's just, the pacing-wise, I can't justify it, really. Maybe this ends up being a paddock? This could be a paddock, or it could be a rope. Maybe it might just be a rope here. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Yeah. There isn't really much of a plan. I could get it developed here. Like, I could... but, like, man, at this point, it's just kind of devolving the rope spam a bunch. It's just there's not even anything as good. We need the thin. We need the thin. We need to get, like, really... We need a lot less stuff, junk in our deck. Rope's just going to be the best at it. And buys... Okay. Certainly Journey. Cleared a lot of stuff. Now you probably have to get one more rope. This is one of the games of all time. Dominion was played certainly today. I could finally journey and develop like I wanted to do for a while. But then it's gonna turn into silver what? A silver paddock probably actually. It's pretty good. Alright. I don't have a plan here. Other than this is just gonna be... I could put a rope on top. Honestly, I probably just want another paddock. More than anything else, it will be... Just traveling fair that. It'll be good enough for now. Okay, I want this develop. Ideally, in an ideal world, this develop would have hit Curse Gold. Okay, so you can journey paddock. Yeah, journey paddock. Look at a paddock. Okay. Did I over terminal? I did. Dude, I actually... But I'm just gonna accept that. It's part of life. Okay, okay, so let's be real here. We'll likely see the other paddock down there, so it's not gonna be the end of the world. Yes. This sounds weird. I don't actually think I want to trash this estate because of how low piles are getting. I don't even think... I would prefer to not... I actually just prefer to not even, what should I call it? I don't even think if I can help it. I don't actually want to, I don't think I want to play this Curse Gold. I don't want you to activate your paddocks for sure. I don't know. This could just be... It's crazy as it sounds. It could just be one more paddock. Or does it just become a mining village? Okay. If we make this a mining village, then... It's like a defensive play, but it's not. I don't hate it. You're not gonna empty. I basically have to empty on my turn, but I don't know if I like that. I might prefer a mining village on the basis that like I can trash the mining village, right? Well, if I do the mining village, you have 3 packs, I'll have 2. It's in your interest. It is in your interest to essentially try to empty a pile. But maybe that's okay. Maybe we're fine with that. If I do a paddock, I don't know. Realistically, it's debatable either way. I think I lower. Alright. That could be a very bad play. I'm gonna admit something right now. But we kept this estate for the explicit purpose of just some points, of having a small points lead. Do you take a rope here? Or do you lower too? Okay, you do that. Now you do that, you lower. So now we have to think about our win condition here. You should try to score here. If I am you. You're at 7. You cannot lower anymore. And I have a point. You need to score because I have a points lead. And that is just inherently dangerous for you. Do I have anything I can turn into a paddock? I have it develop. Okay, so also the other thing here is that paddocks will be 2 actions if I play Cursed Gold, which I do intend on doing. Cursed Gold. Alright. I don't want to trash here. Alright. So, we need to think about what's going to get us a win. We won't, so because of the way this worked out, we aren't actually going to get the Cursed Village. We aren't going to get it when we would like. We could develop a rope into a develop any paddock. We will journey. Okay, so we have our endgame state. The good news is that we are up a point, and that is a very big advantage to have. We will play 1 for sure. What's down there? I mean, I trashed. It's indistinguishable. You have the curse. I have the estate right here. We could top deck it. We top deck develop paddock. We have 1 rope down there. How many horses did we play? Played 3. So I think we have 1 more left. Which I think it's a guaranteed. 4, okay. Alright, we can... Alright. Okay. Okay. I think if I play time, I think I play Paddock. I think I rope this for develop and Paddock. We cannot develop the so well wait a second. Sorry, I'm just okay. I'll try to go a little. I should try to go a little faster for the sake of my opponent. I'll try to think faster. Like generally speaking, This could be a develop. I have to hit 10 though, and that's just does not seem likely to me. And if I play this, okay, we are gonna play the last Paddock here. Yes. Here. Okay, this is gonna be Paddock Journey. Alright. Don't trash. Don't trash. Okay. Alright, this did work out. Cool. Alright, cool. I'll give you a GG. Alright. Alright, so there we go. We got that win. Could be... We're up 4-0. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Alright, here we go. We're gonna do... This is silver. It's okay. This is silver. I already know the open. What did you open with? Did you open in large? I'm gonna do City Gate. Yeah, Royal Galley. Good job. If I see a silver here, this is Butcher. I should probably play faster here than I have been. This does guaranteed 5. It has this advantage, but opening Butcher is better. Okay, it doesn't particularly matter. It could be a warehouse. Oh, gosh. Okay, this won't... We'll do a warehouse. That'll be fine. Here, we're gonna do our Butcher. And this will be a galley. It could be, yeah, this is gonna be galley. Or it could be a 5. Let's be honest, this could be a 5. If you did it for silver or warehouse. What if I did, well, this might be too cute. I think galley's probably actually better than galley's probably better than warehouse. We're gonna try to build something with, we could probably build something with Burn Bazaar, but this is, yeah, okay, so like I know this doesn't look like the smartest thing in the world, and it's not, admittedly. Okay, you're gonna get your Butcher in play a couple times. Cool. Probably for a galley. I'm running this. This is my idea. Oh, it could have been a large, actually. Could have been better. Well, I don't know. I mean, galley Butcher is like way better than large, actually. Alright, well, this will be galley then. Okay, now you got a warehouse in play. Good stuff. Very much ahead, in my opinion. You can do an art galley. Probably an art galley, just kind of like run those down, I assume. Scavenger's not bad. I'm gonna do this to see what I have. Alright. So, this may very well not work. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Yeah, they have a huge lead hitting these galleys together. Oh, and now you're gonna run down spice. Okay, running down spice is really good. Alright. Alright, this is actually not the worst things could be. Can I rush? Well, I mean, rushing... Yeah, I would certainly do this. It's okay. I'm honestly just gonna keep... Honestly, let's rush a butcher here. Let's rush a butcher. We'll do this into, like, a galley again. Cool. So now we have this galley coming in. It's going to be a village. You certainly are way ahead. At least getting me a butcher gives me some comfort, at least. You're certainly way ahead of me. But I do like this Ronin. I'm not gonna lie. This Ronin is gonna allow us to draw some cards. And that is always a good thing, man. Get 5. You get a Ronin. Makes sense. Alright. Here. I probably have to play a warehouse here to see... I could. Funny enough, I think I could actually play the Ronin of Galley. You may play a non-duration action card from your hand. And this... Play until you have 7 cards in hand. You can play this from your deck as if from your hand. Okay. Okay, so... This is going to be a little bit of a weird play. I'm going to do another Ronin. Probably was a little too soon for that. But it is what it is. We'll probably take another Bazaar. We should take, do we only have 2 galleys and they have, like, 6? I should take a galley here. Okay. Let's do a Royal Galley. 1, 2, 3. What is Royal Galley here? You may top deck a card. Yes. I would like this to be a galley. Okay. Do I just probably set this aside for coffers? I'm just gonna say don't trash. And then probably take a spices here. Looks fine. We do need some plus buy. We do need some plus buy. So we'll take a spices here. Okay, what do... Okay, so good thing about our deck is that we certainly are drawing. We have 2 butchers. We have enough galleys, I think, to do what we want. I still kind of think we're behind. They should probably take a They take a Bazaar. Oh, what is this? Probably Bazaar Warehouse for them. I mean, that's what I would think. Maybe you do. Perhaps Spices Bazaar. That's actually a better play, I think, for you. Though you don't have any coffers doing that. Man, I kind of really felt bad about my position, but now it seems like we're clawing our way back here. Especially setting aside some of these Bazaars. Let's do this. I kind of want to know what's up there. It's a Butcher. You can trash this. Probably for a Bazaar. I would like another Bazaar, personally. Does this become a warehouse? It could. This could be a warehouse. We have a lot of warehouses. If we are honest. We do... Alright. We did get 1 set aside, so that's good. What do I want? I could rush this to a Spices. That's not terrible. Rushing a Butcher to Spices doesn't sound awful. And we can allows us to get another 5. Did I mess that up? I did mess that up. I maybe probably prefer that. I think I actually would prefer that to be I'm sorry. I think I actually prefer that to be a Bazaar there. Sorry. Ugh. This would be a Bazaar. And then we have like 3 Butchers in deck. So... yeah, this is going to be fine for now. We can turn this... we can turn these warehouses into something we'd like better. I do need to start paying attention to the end game. We do have 3 Butchers, which I like, but we don't have... Our deck is good enough at this point. We have 2 Ronins. We have 2 Ronins, some pretty decently consistent deck control. They have a state. Okay. I do think I want some of these warehouses in deck, but I need to actually start thinking about the end game here. What's our goal? We kind of been building, and we should probably take a province, especially with a strong Miller like Butcher here. This Butcher and Bazaar pile is going to get really low. So something we do need to take into consideration. I do like butchering the warehouse here. And turning it to something useful. Bazaar... province? I would say a province for you. We could take more Butchers and the idea of giving a lot of pile pressure. Putting more pile pressure at least. Let's see. But I think like Yeah, because like Butcher and Bazaar are low. There's like 3 and 5, and those piles can get really low really quick. Has to be province for you, dude. This is on a Butcher board, so like they play a crew. I just prefer Ronin, but I mean I'm very biased towards Ronin. I love that card. City Gate. So now I have to think about like what the heck are we trashing? We could trash a warehouse. We could trash the spices. A warehouse could become a butcher here, if we so desired. The only thing I know for sure that I want to do right now is I at least want to score a province. So I don't think warehouse. So at the end of this turn, we need to have a province, at least one province in our deck. Our control is good. We have 2 Ronins. We are setting aside Bazaars every turn, which I like that a lot. I think I know like it is wild to put like how many is it going to be 4 butchers in my deck? But I mean, what can I say? It's a good card. It's good. It can end piles pretty easily. I just have to make... Okay, if I'm doing this, I just have to make sure... Whatever I'm doing, I have to make sure we score. Because it's pretty much GG if we don't. Okay, yeah. Okay. We could run in here. This could also become an estate, and it can turn it to something else, maybe. We will do this. Let's draw a little bit of Ronin. Here. I could turn this. I could mill. I could mill with Okay, so I could turn this. I could hypothetically turn this spices into a province. Should I say don't trash? No, I would turn this estate to a spices. I think that's better. That sounds better to me. Okay. Let's turn this estate into a spices. Let's draw it up. Let's get a province. And what else do I want? Do I want to lower? Oof. I don't know if I want to lower. I don't actually... Warehouse could become a target for Warehouse could become a target for Butcher, so I don't hate that if we try to pile out next turn. So let's do that, and let's keep the coffers for now. We want that flexibility with Butcher if we can have that. So I think we're gonna end our turn here. Okay, so we have a warehouse and a bazaar set aside. Good stuff. Good stuff. I like it. Okay, they got set aside bazaar. That makes sense. Does make sense to me. Estate, maybe to a spices. You can't really beat to a butcher. I don't like it. Bazaar. Ooh, those piles are low. They speak to me, you know? These little piles. Let's see, let's see. I mean, they're going to get deck control here, so they're going to be able to do something. Do they double? With double here, if you do double, I try to... I have 4 butchers. That is way that is very much in my grasp, I think. Especially if I can rush in butchers, it is very much in my grasp to take the province pile here. If I can get the control. That's the double province. Okay. So we would like to keep this province in hand. Let's see how bad this messes us up. We can probably get rid of some of these. Okay, so like maybe we discard. Okay. We have to draw the province up again. But I think we can do this. We discard 2 coppers and maybe a butcher, or 2 coppers and the spices. Maybe we... because all our butchers are here. We can just top deck the spices, I suppose. Here, what if... yeah, I think that's fine. So the first thing that's obvious to me, we have to try to go for the win this turn. So I think this is a mill for a province. Down there, we have... we're going to have a... Rail Galley doesn't do much, because it's actually not even really draw. I think we could turn that into a province as well. This can become a province as well. This, we want the actions. So we for sure gotta do this. Here. Alright. So, we need to see a butcher, we need to see... okay, wait. I'm pretty sure we have this. If we warehouse, we can butcher spices here, and we can get a province, right? I'm sure that even if we have to discard something we need, we can possibly just draw it up with Ronin. So... I'm gonna play the warehouse. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we certainly want to trash this province. For a province, we will see our butcher. Cool. Yeah, see, this is... butcher is insanely a good card. It's an insanely good card. Alright, so I'm gonna give you a GG. Alright, this is gonna be our last game. Right now we're up 5-0. Player 1. Does not mean that we're just gonna get free here. So, off the top of our deck, we could... could this be... okay, we have Overlord that can play a Siren. So, what it looks like to me... so generally speaking, we should... so we have 2 options. We have the Siege Heart Overlord open, and if we get a super high roll, we can get another Overlord on turn 3. The other option we have is that we just open Overlord, we pray it top decks, and then it could... if we pray top decks, and if it doesn't, then we are in trouble. Because it seems like I'd rather just use Overlord to get Sirens off right off the bat. I don't know. I do think I like Siege Heart Overlord better. Knowing my luck, it's gonna bottom deck. So at least, we can at least stop some of our bad luck. And we have a guaranteed play of it, Like, I mean, we could technically high roll and we just get like 4 coppers in one hand, Overlord, Yeah, because this pretty much just has to be this. We start chart. We obviously put Overlord on top. Yeah, we won't get it, but, you know, it's fine. You know, our Overlord's going to be safe and sound on top of our deck. They don't take... Oh... You know, I rushed that open, and so I deserve this. In my opinion. This is what I get. Okay. Well... Like, maybe it could have been a haggler. That could have been a haggler, possibly. Or a rogue. I mean, it wasn't going to be a rogue. They're going to get our inventor. Maybe a tracker. Star Shard. We're going to do Fortress and pray we see the right thing. You know, that should have been a tracker. This is like me. Guys, this is not good Dominion right now. This could be another Overlord. This should have just been. This is not good Dominion right now at all. It could be an Overlord. But I don't want to do that. The reason being this can top deck a Siren. This is why I'm a slow player. Good news is we will see. Oh, go. We'll trash this copper. We'll top deck it. And then we're going to put it with Fortress. I don't think you do that. You probably just take a Siren. Good news, this Overlord's at least pretty good. I, like, completely forgot about the duration rule thing. Let's see. We'll do a Siren. It does seem like Inventor for another... Inventor for maybe a landing party is alright here. I don't think I want anything else at the moment. Good. Another good thing here is we will get another Siren in play. We have two. We at least have two before they have one. Maybe like a landing party. Alright. We done fooled the open, but it looks like we're still in this game. They get a landing party. Oh. You know the thing we need to actually consider? I mean, getting deck control is going to be hard here. Nay, possibly impossible. I think you have to set up... Actually, the way this turns out, you have to basically set up for a big turn of landing party. So, yeah, you don't have to get a landing party. You could get a fortress. You can get what you want. Tracker, yeah. You do want the Siren. You do want the second Siren for sure. Alright, we have 5. This is going to be weird. I'm going to see away a landing party. Out of respect for my opponent, I'm going to try to play quicker. Ideally, we can set up for a landing party, a big mega turn, put in a bunch of inventors. We will want to, like, kind of rush this pile down. They don't see the end of their shuffle, so that means they're not going to be able to... Okay. They should probably do the same thing, I imagine. Seaway landing party. Or maybe Seaway inventor, that's also another option. So I think we both have the same idea here. You're going to top deck Siren, right? Alright, we play a landing party. This is going to be an inventor for a landing party. Uh, one thing I'm not entirely clear on what I want to do. Would it just be faster? Is it better to take an Overlord here? Generally speaking, we only have a few more shots getting landing parties. In our deck. So I mean, like the tempo boost from it. Basically, we wouldn't be able to buy landing parties. Man, I'm not sure I want anything else. What did I play over? It wouldn't have helped, really. I don't even know. Ugh. I could take... It's essentially an 8 dead inventor. I don't even think I want anything. I'm not gonna lie. I just rather would not even play. Man, I'd rather just not go into debt. I don't even think I want anything else. I don't even want a silver. Yeah, you're gonna take the landing parties if you can. So we have star chart. We clearly want Siren on top. Okay. All right. Let's see what this is. That was the wrong order again, I would say. Sure, sure, I can top deck some. We kind of have to like empty this. Then we're gonna have to set up for a mega turn. We need to get as many inventors as we can. Basically, I still think we want to curse with sirens. Think you take an inventor here? I actually think it's very... Well, no, I have 3 landing parties right here, right? So, probably we try to end at turn 12. I got a 7-3 landing party split. That's kind of wild. I do think I still want a Siren on top. Oh, they're going to put gold on top and sort of try to do everything that way. I would still like a Siren here because we do want to see some money. I'm probably just going to discard this for a silver. We could top deck it. So we're gonna do probably an inventor. Honestly, inventor Overlord looks fine. Generally speaking, we know what the plan is. Inventor Overlord looks okay. We're not gonna top deck it. You will get it before me, but I don't think... Okay, we don't lower any more than this. You're not gonna top deck. We will continue. This, so basically the plan here is we top deck. We kind of just top deck everything. Star chart. I don't know, we put this on top. Alright. Alrighty. This may not work. We have to see Inventor. We'll see the rest of our deck at least. And we can probably make it... We can put 1 on top. Let's see. You gotta probably score. Province. So we should see the end of our deck. Unless that was the last... Here. Well, this did not work as intended. Well, actually, if we play Tracker, maybe we can get bailed out. Look at the top. 4 cards of your deck. Star chart. Yes. We prefer actually to Overlord, I think. Alright, our plan didn't work. So now what do we do? Well, let's see. What's the... Actually, it was the Overlord that killed us. We would have had the game, I think, if we didn't do that. It's okay. We did throw here. You do have a landing party. What can I do to, like, get out of this mess? What? My plan... If I literally had saw 2 inventors, I would have in the game. But what if... There isn't really much we can do to draw. We can essentially... We have... I don't know how much money we got, but... This is going to sound weird, but I think we have to Tracker play for Wind's Gift, I think. And if we don't... it could... I'm going to play for Wind's Gift, I think. Well, we get an extra card. That doesn't do us a whole lot of good. I think we just... do this. Sure. This was not my brightest. This is not my brightest. I think the Overlord actually cost me, well, it hypothetically cost me, but like, could I have actually, if the Overlord wasn't there, would I have actually done anything? You got... think you might have it. I think you just... You already have a points lead, and the state's not going to do much. Let's see what you can do. Can you empty? If you have 9 money, you can. Oh, wow. What? What? Was it that bad? Like, you could still... I guess I was gonna, like, blow up next turn, but still. Like, you could maybe have, like, tried to, like, stop me from scoring. It wasn't like it... Like, maybe I didn't see your hand. I didn't see your hand, but, like, you can still win. You can still probably do something. Maybe you had a bunch of curses, but, bro, like... Oh, gosh. Man, dude, like... That was... Well, I didn't see his hand. I had a 7-3 split. If he didn't win, I had a really good chance of winning next turn, so... That's, like, totally understandable from his perspective. Yeah, it's just kind of surprising to see from my end. Wow, I was not expecting a 6-0, man. That's kind of wild. I didn't expect that at all. But bobbydj is a good player. It's just, wow. Well, cool. I guess we got a 6-0, and cool. I guess we'll be playing someone next. either Marcus or Espar. But wow, I don't know. I just kind of fell in my element. A lot of those boards really favored the kind of cards I really like to play with. So I don't really know what else to say other than that, you know. But yeah, kind of wild, man. Well, this is zwlemon signing off. Thanks for joining, guys.